So once again, we are starting our aptitude class. As earlier we have completed 4 chapters. Now we are going to see next one, that is ratio and proportion. Screen is visible.
Yes.
Hello.
ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So let us start ratio and proportion. In this chapter, we are going to study ratio, proportion, then direct proportion, inverse proportion, what is the mean proportion, then what mean by joint proportion, what are the scaling concepts, then what are the results, and how to solve the examples related to ratio and proportion with problems on edges. Okay, so first we are going to see what is the ratio. So let us start that ratio. As we know that, so we have the two terms, A and B. We are going to compare that A and B. Means here we are getting the ratio of A and B. So while we are writing that ratio of A and B, or while we are comparing that A and B, that time we have to use a symbol A is to B. Means here we are writing that term as A is to B. And this ratio or this comparison select A is to B, it can be put as A divided by B. Okay, so here A is so let us see with one example. Suppose we have a class with 12 girls and 18 boys. A class has 12 girls and 18 boys. Okay, so the ratio of girls to boys, the ratio of girls to boys is 12 is to 18. That means here we can write that 12 divided by 18. And if we can divide this numerator and denominator by same number or same term or same digit, then we can get, that is 6 2s and 6 3s. Means here the ratio will be 2 is to 3. Okay, so ratio can also be expressed as an equivalent fraction, that is 2 by 3. 12 is to 18, so it will be 12 by 18. Means we can compare that two terms, or we are taking that the ratio of girls with boys, that will be 2 is to 3. Means here ratio can also be expressed as an equivalent fraction. Okay, then after that we are going to see a proportion. What is a proportion? A proportion is an equation starting that two ratios are equal. For example, I am taking that the same example here, 12 by 18. 12 by 18, it is equal to 2 by 3. Means here we can take that 12 by 18 as the 2 by 3. Means suppose if we can take that A is to B, this ratio. If we are taking that A is to B, again C is to D. And we have to show that the terms A, B, C, D, all these are in proportion. So it can be put as A is to B is to C is to D. Means we can say that the terms A, B, C, D are all in proportion. All in proportion. Okay. So what are the proportion formula? I'm discussing that basic concepts here. So proportion formula, suppose we have A is to B is to C is to D. Okay. So here B and C, these are the mean terms, or it can be considered as means. And here A and D, this can be called as extremes. This can be called as extremes. Okay. So here proportion formula we can take as A into D. That means product of extremes is equal to B into C, that is product of means. Okay. A proportion is two ratios that is set equal to each other. Okay, these are the basic concepts of ratio and proportion till we have studied. Now, if you are taking that some simple examples to solve each and every problem, we can consider, suppose I have that example 5 by 3 is equal to x by 6. How to solve this? How to find out the value of x? Means here we are using that side to side formula. We can use here side to side formula. Okay, how? So look at this. What is the difference between 3 and 6? Or we can say that this 6 is in the multiples of 3. 3 into 2, that is 6. Means if you are multiplying by 2, 3, here we have that 2, 3 into 2, it gives 6. So 5 into 2, it gives x. So it will be 10 by 6. Means here the value of x will be 10. So this procedure is known as side to side. Okay, then up and down. Basically, we can use up and down. How? Suppose we have 2 by 12 is equal to 2.5 divided by x. Means here 2 is to 12 is to 2.5 is to x. Means here we are going to find out the value of x at that time. What is the difference? 2 and 12, that is 6. Means 6 into 2, it gives 12. So again we are multiplying with that 6 here. So here the value of x will be 15. Then if you are using that cross product, the same example you can solve with cross product. Suppose I'm taking that next one, x divided by 15 is equal to 8 divided by 20. So here it will be 20x is equal to 120. So x is equal to 6. Means here you can find out the value of x in different ways at the time of ratio and proportion examples. You can use these tricks also. Okay. Then after that, concepts of ratio and that proportion. We are going to see the concepts of ratio and proportion. Later on, I will share the slides which I have prepared for you only. Okay. first we are going with that ratio concepts. So first we are going to deal with that duplicate ratio. Ratio is nothing but squares of ratio. Okay, so for example, 3:4, its duplicate ratio will be 9:16, square of 3 and square of 4, that is 9:16. Then triplicate ratio, is nothing but cube of the ratio. Means general example, if you are taking that a is to b, in duplicate ratio it will be a square is to b square. In triplicate ratio, if you are taking that a is to b, then it will be a cube is to b cube. For example, 2:1, it can be put as 8:1. Cube of 2, that is 8, cube of 1, that is 1. Then inverse ratio, before that subduplicate ratio, that is cube root of or square root of that ratio. Means here I have that 27:8. Then subduplicate ratio, it will be, suppose I have that a square is to b square, then it will be a is to b. Now 27:8, it will be 3:2. Then inverse ratio, it will be, for a is to b, it is 1/a is to 1/b. Okay, so these are the types of ratio or concepts of ratio. Then compound ratio is nothing but multiplication of ratio. Compound ratio or compounded ratio, it is also called as compounded ratio. Compound ratio, it is multiplication of ratio. Now in same way, we are going to see the concepts of proportion. As we know that a is to b is to c is to d, these are the terms which are in proportion. Okay, then calculating, so that once again I am writing here a b c d, the things which are in proportion. To calculate that third proportion, how to calculate that third proportion? Suppose we have that a is to b is to c. Now I am going to give you some tricks how to calculate that third proportion directly. How to calculate that? As we know that a is to b is equal to b is to c. So here we are going to calculate that third proportion. It will be c is equal to b square upon a. B square upon a. To avoid that lengthy calculation, directly you can use that formula, c is equal to b square upon a. Then next, fourth proportion. Calculating that fourth proportion. suppose A is to B is to C is to D, all are in proportion, then we are going to find out that fourth term, that will be D. D is equal to B into C divided by A. Don't forget these tricks. Keep in mind. Otherwise, you will get that multiplication formula, means multiplying A into D, then B into C. Or you can consider as, suppose third proportion, you are going to calculate that A is to B is to. In terms of third proportion, consider that X term is there. So X is to D. So multiplying these two terms, then these two terms, and then find out that X. Otherwise, directly you can use the formula C is equal to B square upon A. In same way, fourth proportion you can find out easily with the formula D is equal to BC upon A. Okay, then how to get that mean proportion? Mean proportion. Suppose we have A is to B is to C, then mean proportion, it will be A is to B equal to B is to C, means here B is equal to square root of A into C. These are the shortcut methods to find out the proportion, third proportion, fourth proportion, or mean proportion of that given terms. Okay, everyone understood this? Everyone understood this? Hello? Vasekar? Pratik? प्रत्येकाला आवाज येतोय ना माझा?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now I am going to unmute. Mute yourself. Now after that we are going to discuss about properties of proportion. So first property, that is convertendo. If A is to B is to C is to D, then A is to A minus B is equal to C is to C minus D. This property is called as convertendo. Okay, then next, invertendo. Again, considering that A, B, C, D all are in proportion, so it will be A divided by B. If A by B is equal to C by D, which implies that B by A is equal to D by C. It is called as a invertendo. Then alternando. Again, if A by B equal to C by D, then A by C is equal to B by D. It is called as a alternando. Then componendo. Who will tell me that componendo? Componendo will be, if A by B is equal to C by D, then A plus B by B is equal to C plus D divided by D. This is called as a componendo. Then dividendo or dividendo. If A by B is equal to C by D, then A minus B divided by B equal to C minus D divided by D. This is called as a dividend rule. Okay. Now we are going to solve some examples, simple examples. How to find out the ratio between given terms. If, first example, x is to y is given as 3:4 and y is to z is given 8:9, then find the ratio between x and z, that is x is to z. Okay, so what is given here? The ratio between x and y and z, and we are going to find out the ratio between x and z. So let us consider x is to y is to z. X is to y is to z. So here x is to y is given, that is equal to 3:4. 3:4. Then y is to z, it has been given, that is 8:9. So what to do here? I am giving that simple tricks. I am sharing with you that are the simple tricks to find out the ratio between x and z or any terms. Okay, how has given that x is to y and y is to z, and we are going to calculate that x is to z. So what to do that first? Look at that. How to calculate that? Multiplying these two, then multiplying these two, and that multiplying these two. Look at this. To find x is to z, we are going to find out first x is to y is to z. Okay, so x is to y is to z, it can be calculated as, first look at that is x, the value of x will be 3 into 8. 3 into 8 is to this y can be taking as 8 into 4. 8 into 4. And z, for this z, we are going to calculate with 4 into what will be the ratio of x is to z? Yes, as we have 6 is to 8 is to 9, it is the ratio between x is to y is to z. Means these are the simple tricks to find out directly the ratio between any two terms. Got it? Yes. Everyone understood this? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
समजतं ना हे? वेगळ्या टाइप म्हणजे आपण ज्यावेळेस न्यूमरेटर मध्ये एखादा टर्म ऍड करतोय, डिनॉमिनेटर मध्ये एखाद्या टर्मने मल्टिप्लाय करतोय, तर त्यावेळेस ते सगळं लेंदी कॅल्क्युलेशन आपण अवॉइड करण्यासाठी हे जे सिंपल ट्रिक्स आहेत ते आपल्याला यूज करायचे रेशोचे एक्झाम्पल सॉल्व्ह करण्यासाठी किंवा प्रोपोर्शनचे एक्झाम्पल जे काय आहेत रेशो आणि प्रोपोर्शनचे एक्झाम्पल आपण इझी वे मध्ये सॉल्व्ह करू शकतोय. प्रत्येकानं समजलं का हे? समजतं ना सगळ्यांना? हॅलो.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So going for the next example. If A is to B is equal to 2 is to 3. If A is to B is equal to 2 is to 3. Right now I am taking that simple examples. Later on I will share that slides and we will solve that all examples which are in given slides. Okay. So first we are taking that very much normal examples. C is to D, that is 6 is to 7. And B is to C, that is given 4 is to 5. And find the ratio between A, B, C, D. A is to B is to C is to D. Look at this. The things are given. A is to B, that is equal to 2 is to 3. B is to C, that is 4 is to 5. C is to D, that is 6 is to 7. And we are finding out A is to B is to C is to D. Okay. So first of all, once again I am writing here the given terms. A is to B, that is 2 is to 3. B is to C, that is 4 is to 5. And C is to D, which is given 6 is to 7. Then finding out the ratio between A, B, C, D. All are in proportion. So what to do here? A is to B is to C is to D. Finding out the value of A first, then B, then C, D. How? Look at this. For A, we are taking that multiplication of A, B, C. Then for B, it will be B, B, C. For C, it is B, C, C. And for last term, we are taking product of B, C, D. Okay. So here A, B, C. Multiplying these term first. That will be the value of A. Then next B, B, C. Means here we are going like this. Okay. Then B, C, C. We are going like B, C, C. Like this. And last term, we are getting that B, C, D. Like this. Okay. So here A, B, C. A into B into C. First 2 into 4 into 6. 2 into 4 into 6 is to B into B into C. B into B into C, that is 3 into 4 into 6. Then next B, that is 3 into 5 into 6. And the last term B, C, D, it will be 3 into 5 into 7. So calculating this, 2 into 4 into 6, how much? 48 na? Look at this next. 3 into 4 into 6. 72. Then 3 into 5 into 6. 90. And last term 105. Means A is to B is to C is to D. It will be 48 is to 72 is to 90 is to 105. If you can divide all these numbers with any one digit, then you will get the proper ratio. If it is possible. If it is not possible to divide any one number, then keep it as it is. Okay. The next example. Everyone understood this trick? Hello?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
ट्रिक लक्षात येतात का बघा, कारण आपण वेगळ्या मेथडने पण सॉल्व्ह करू शकतोय. जे लेंदी प्रोसेस असणार आहे आपली, त्या लेंदी प्रोसेसला अवॉइड करायची, कारण ज्यावेळेस आपण कॉम्पिटेटिव्ह एक्झाम देतो त्यावेळेस आपल्याकडे टाइम खूप कमी असतो. त्या विदिन टाइम मध्ये आपल्याला ते जो कोणता क्वेश्चन असेल तो पटकन आपल्याला कॅप्चर करायचा असतोय. ओके, सो या ठिकाणी जे ट्रिक्स मी मगाशी सांगितलं, एक्स वाय वाय झेड साठी जी ट्रिक सांगितली, तीच ट्रिक एबीसीडी साठी पण आपण युज करतोय. फक्त या ठिकाणी 2 च्या ऐवजी 3 टर्म्स असतात मल्टिप्लिकेशन मध्ये. ओके, याच्यानंतर नेक्स्ट एक्झाम्पल. गोइंग फॉर नेक्स्ट एक्झाम्पल. डिवाइड 600 इन द रेशियो ऑफ 2:3. Divide 600 in the ratio of 2:3. Whatever that examples I am taking here, all are the basic examples and that based on the basic concepts, which are the useful tricks to solve the examples related to that ratio and proportion. Okay, so here we are going to divide this 600 in the ratio of 2:3. So what to do there? First consider that 2x. For the second term 3x. As we know that the relation between these two terms, 2x plus 3x is equal to 600. So 5x is equal to 600. So x will be 120. Isn't it? Now x is equal to 120. The value of x is 120. Put with that 2 and 3. So 2x. 2x, it gives 120 into 2. It is 240. Similarly 3x, it is 120 into 3. It will be 360. And as we know that the addition of 240 and 360, it gives 600. Do you understood that? How to divide that given number in the ratio, required ratio. 600 we have divided in the ratio of 2:3. Okay. Now if the given terms are, or the given example in terms of fraction, look at this next next one I am taking as the fraction example. If a by 2 is equal to b by 3 is equal to c by 5, then find a is to b is to c. Then find a is to b is to c. So what to do here? Look at this. Consider a by 2 is equal to b by 3 is equal to c by 5 is equal to x. So what will be the value of x? A. Compare this a by 2 with x. So it gives a divided c to x. Okay. So here a is to b is to c. It will be 2x is to 3x is to 5x. Means here we are getting that ratio as, here we are getting that ratio as 2 is to 3 is to 5. Or if anyone have idea like this, then it will be 2, 3, 5. Value of A is 2, value of B is 3, value of C is 5. So the ratio will be 2:3:5. Okay. हे समजलं प्रत्येकांना? Say yes or no.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Shall we go for next now? So next will be if. आता मी हे सगळे एक्झाम्पल्स जे बेसिक कन्सेप्टवर डिपेंड आहेत ते रिलेटेड आहेत ते एक्झाम्पल्स इथं आपण सॉल्व्ह करतोय आणि जे स्लाइड्स मधले एक्झाम्पल्स आहेत ते परत आपण नेक्स्ट लेक्चर मध्ये कव्हर करतोय. ओके. इफ 3A is equal to 4B is equal to 5C, then find out the ratio of A, B, C. What is the ratio between A, B, and C? So let us start with that same pattern. 3A is equal to 4B is equal to 5C, and it is equal to X. Okay. So here consider that the value of A, 3A is equal to X means A will be X upon 3. B, it will be X upon 4, and C, it will be X upon 5. Means here we are getting the ratio between A is to B is to C. A is to B is to C. It will be X by 3 is to X by 4 is to X by 5. But as we know that there is the unknown term, that is X, and we have to find out that. Okay, so for that we have to take the LCM of 3, 4, and 5. What is the LCM of 3, 4, and 5? The factors are 3 into 1, 2 into 2 into 1, and here 5 into 1. Means there is no any common term other than 1. So 3 into 4 into 5, it will be the LCM of 3, 4, 5. That will be 60. Then we are going to multiply by 60 with these all terms. So first 60 into X by 3, okay, is to 60 into X by 4 is to 60 into X by 5. Okay. 60 divided by 3, how much? 20. Then 60 by 4, it is 15. And last term 60 by 5, 12. Therefore, the ratio between A, B, and C, that will be 20 is to 15 is to 12. Further, we cannot simplify these terms. That's why we are keeping all the terms as it is. Means 20 is to 15 is to 12. This is the ratio between A is to B is to C. Okay. Then after that, I'm going to take that last example for today's lecture. If 10% of X, if 10% of X is equal to 30% of Y, then find X is to Y. Find the ratio between X and Y. As we know that X is to Y, it can be put in the terms of X by Y. X is to Y, it can be considered as X by Y. That is the ratio. Okay, so let us solve this. 10% of X means 10% means 10 divided by 100. 10 divided by 100 of X is equal to 30% of Y. 30 divided by 100 of Y. Solve this. We are getting that X is equal to 3Y. Means here 1X is equal to 3Y. Therefore, X divided by Y is equal to 3 divided by 1. So here we are getting the ratio of x is to y is equal to 3 is to 1. Got it? प्रत्येकानं हे समजलं का? जेवढे एक्झाम्पल्स आपण घेतलेले आहेत समजले का प्रत्येकांना?
Yes, ma'am.
ओके. थांबायचं आपण इथं आज? Shall we stop here?
Ma'am.
Yes. Just put in inbox only your roll numbers. Roll numbers टाका फक्त. ऑलरेडी ज्यांनी टाकलेलं आसबे आणि अवंतिका आसबे. You don't have roll number?
No, ma'am, I am a DSS student.
Okay, okay, no problem. एक मिनिट प्रतीक. एक मिनिट प्रतीक. मी करते